In our news tonight, with the Arkansas Board of Corrections and the governor's office still at odds over constitutional authority. Today, Attorney General Tim Griffin released another statement regarding actions taken by the board that included suspending the Department of Corrections secretary. Channel 7's Ashley Lunningham has that statement and more on the feud taking place. Ashley.
Beth, in the statement released to me today, Griffin says the board continues to violate FOIA laws. This started last month when the board denied a request for an additional prison beds for the Department of Corrections. And there is disagreement about a law the board says contradicts their authority. Thursday, the Board of Corrections called a special meeting suspending Secretary Joe Profiri. Additionally, the board moved to sue the state over a law that brings the board's authority into question. This, the board says, is a violation of Arkansas Constitutional Amendment 33.
The board directs its outside counsel to take all legal action necessary to clarify the conflict between recently passed legislation and the Arkansas Constitution.
That amendment states in part, the board or commission of any institution governed by this amendment shall not be abolished, nor shall the powers vested in any such board or commission be transferred unless the institution is abolished or consolidated with some other state institution. In the lawsuit filed, the board states despite historical recognition that the corrections secretary answers to the board, an amended section of Act 185 requires the corrections secretary answer to the governor.
The Secretary has made it clear in public and in private that he works exclusively for the governor and not the board. This is a matter that needs to be settled.
During the special called meeting, the board also addressed a letter sent by AG Griffin. In the letter, Griffin states during a December 8th meeting, the board violated FOIA laws by passing 2 motions during an executive session to hire outside counsel, which was also their second statute violation. Griffin states in the letter, the AG shall be the attorney for all state officials, departments, institutions, and agencies. The board denied these allegations that they violated FOIA. This matter in conjunction to a press conference held by Governor Sanders, AG Griffin, and Secretary Profiri back on November 17th, calling the decision by the board to deny an additional 500 beds for overcrowding in jails failure to Arkansans. An accusation that board chairman Benny Magnus told KATV would put the safety of both inmates and correction officers at risk. Griffin released a statement regarding the lawsuit filed by the board in his letter saying, quote, "We are reviewing the board's actions but remain troubled that they continue to violate the law regarding compliance with the Freedom of Information Act and the unauthorized hiring of an outside counsel. It's never too late to do the right thing. The board should comply with the law and approve new prison beds for the safety of all Arkansans." Well, we reached out to the board for further comment, and they declined due to this being a legal matter. We also reached out to Profiri and the governor for additional comment, but have not received a response. On your side, I'm Ashley Lunningham.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ashley. In his lawsuit, Attorney General Tim Griffin is asking the Pulaski County Circuit Court to do 3 things. The first is to void what Griffin calls the illegal agreement entered into by board members with an outside attorney. The second is voiding the board's decision to appoint an acting executive in charge during the suspension of Secretary Profiri. And this third is to order the board to fully respond to the Attorney General's Freedom of Information request.